Okay. I was explaining to Jennifer last night, as I am prone to do. I was ruminating, I was thinking, I said, what do you guys think about this? We have the technology, we introduce liar detectors into the courtrooms. I mean, these court cases go on and everybody's suing forever and ever and ever and it costs millions. Why don't we simply put a liar detector on you and you, the accuser, and they're in front of judge and jury? I mean, think about it. Simple questions. They've both got to say the answers, yes or no. For instance, were you physically harmed or in fear for your life or hurt in any way? Yes or no. Were you out of pocket in any way? Did it cost you any money? Were you financially disturbed by this person? Yes or no. Can you imagine? Jennifer went, yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. I said, because we have the technology. And she said, but, and I went, oh, but polygraphs are not infallible. And I went, oh no, for God's sake, there you go. I said, you see, that's the problem with humanity. And the poor Jennifer looked at me and I said, no, it's not you, honey. It's just this, it's so typical. We're all conditioned to immediately put up blockades and negatives. It is so simple. Accuser and prosecution and defense, each on polygraphs in front of a judge and jury. Answer the fucking questions. And guess what? Those people are going to be inclined to answer the right questions and they've got a thing on their finger that says if they're lying. And then I thought to myself, after I apologized, and I thought, that's exactly what's been wrong with FAIR. Whilst worked, I've got my little non-profit society that I'm trying to find a home for. And from my marketing ideas, just get this. It's hypothetical, not hypothetical, absolutely factual. Target market as a marketing man. Well, in this case, the target market is not A income group, B income, or any kind of everybody. In fact, all life. Okay? So there's no fiddling about income or nothing. That's it. One life. Okay? And how do you solve it? It's from one threat, a flying rock. Okay? One thing. You don't need, it's simple. It's one thing to focus on. One thing that's going to kill everybody. Right? And here's how you do it. When you die, you become a FAIR member. Give $15 out of the funeral and give it to this fund, and that's how we would save the world. Now that's FAIR in its case, right? And I can't tell you it's so simple. Why is it so simple? Take 95%, somebody dies, instead of flowers, an extra flower, just give it to a fund that is out of this world. Literally, nobody can touch it. Call it fucking Mars Mint or something. And that's what I wanted to do. If I was, when I started out, that was the plan. Now I'm just trying to find a home, and you know how much money they could make. I mean, I've got other videos explaining all this, but basically simple that we could solve the world debt. 111 trillion is what we stand at the moment. That's what we owe. God knows to who. But for Jesus, you know how we could do that? We could buy Mars. Why don't we buy Mars for future generations? This is our investment in the future. And we pay for Mars. We clear our debt of $111 trillion. God knows how big that is. And we do it by mining Psyche, the asteroid, because that'll cover it, right? And Psyche gets paid for by the equipment and the machinery that everybody does at the end of the time on Earth, no matter who you are. You just say, yes, I think it's a really good idea. Add my name to the members list at $15 out of my funeral. Will go specifically to do this. And I thought it was really good because I'm nobody, right? I mean, literally, I'm nobody. I'm a pensioner now, but I don't have senior citizen rights in any country. I'm Irish, as mother said, born and bred, mothers, fathers, grandparents, Dublin, all that. But I was born in a country that has changed names twice. I've never paid taxes because nobody paid me. I lived in a village on a Greek island for 30 years, and more recently in the adjacent village on the mainland. But I've lived in a village. And so they say off the grid. That's not fair. In fact, being on Hydra, I was in the thick of it all. I mean, I worked on every possible way but living by choice. So I'm ideal. Who's going to lay claim to me? Huh? Who's going to lay claim to fair society? Huh? Nobody. It's free. It's floating. It's up there. It's like fucking Bitcoin, which I understand nothing about. Make it. Fair society. Right, fair members. Farewell, members. There you go. I wish somebody would have a go at it, guys. Please, just remember my 141 members. Anyway, that's enough. Oh, God damn it, we are a frustrating species.